and welcome to video 2 in our first 5 intro series for the Spirit Farm Group Experience. I'm Caleb Anderson, and in this video, I want to tell you about a dream I had that's had a profound impact on my life. It's not just a dream. I actually woke up one morning having pictured myself, having been transported almost, it felt like, to being on a boat in the first century with Jesus and some of his original followers. Now, let me tell you up front that when this was going on, or when I had this dream, life was great, peachy keen, up and to the right, things were going well. And I had this dream, and I woke up and I thought, this is brilliant, this is great, I gotta tell other people about this. And then like 2 months later, I went through a catastrophe, a disaster in my own life that quickly went from up and to the right to down, hard, and difficult. Here's the dream. I woke up having been on a boat, a fishing boat in the first century. And on this fishing boat, small wooden, piled in were Jesus' original followers, maybe 8, maybe all 12 of his early disciples. And we had just gone out onto the water for a casual little trip, little row across the Sea of Galilee to the other side where Jesus wanted to spend some time. Jesus crashed at the back of the boat. He fell asleep head on a cushion. You're going to read about this in Mark chapter 4 in just a minute. I'm just summarizing the concept and my dream. Sleeping at the back of the boat is Jesus. Me, I'm up at the front of the boat, and there starts to be some raindrops. The rain starts to fall, and the fishermen in the boat that have a background and they know fishing and weather and what it's like to be out on the water, they panic. And they think, guys, a storm is coming up. Look, we got to get this boat to the shore ASAP. And so they start going crazy and pulling sails and grabbing oars, and everyone's doing their part. And I'm trying to like pitch in a little bit, but the boat is so crowded, there's not much for me to do. Then what is a little bit of rain turns into a torrential downpour. And at this part of the Sea of Galilee, I've been there in real life, it's surrounded by mountains, and a storm can creep in over the mountain and just be on you like that and be intense and be dangerous. That's what they were experiencing. That's what we were experiencing in my dream. All of a sudden, the storm is crazy. The boat's rocking, being thrown everywhere. Water is splashing in, and everyone else is panicking and losing their minds. I pride myself in being pretty cool, calm, and collected. And so I didn't lose my mind until the water was about up to my shin. And then I thought, something needs to be done here. But where's Jesus, by the way? Not my first instinct to think of where Jesus was. But when I finally got desperate enough, I thought, Jesus should be doing something. Like, he should be contributing at least. So I started to get up. Crazy storm, people yelling and shouting. One guy, by the way, in the boat, one of these disciples starts pointing at me, Jonah style, and saying, "This is your fault. You must have sin in your life. We should throw this guy overboard. Who is he anyway?" And I'm like, wait, what kind of a hypocrite? You want to throw me? So I stand up, not to fight, but to go get Jesus. And I see him at the back of the boat, sleeping on his cushion. I take a step toward him. He opens his eyes, winks, and goes back to sleep. The storm is still raging. The rain is still pouring down. Jesus winks at me. I sit back. Peace pours over me. Peace fills my heart and soul. And I realize, oh, it's going to be okay. He's got this. If he's the God of the universe, like if he spoke all of this into being, if he created me and them and everything else, this water, we're all right. Jesus is in the boat. By the way, hadn't fixed anything, hadn't solved any problems. Later, he would stand up and just shout at the waves and say, "Be still." You're going to read it. Mark chapter 4. But he hadn't done that yet. Still, I had peace. See, my whole life, I'm 40 now, my whole life have I've heard preachers, teachers, authors, whoever talk about that story, famous story. They've always emphasized the miracle being that Jesus calmed the storm. Pretty cool. But the real miracle was that Jesus was calm in the storm. And that's his invitation for you. That whatever it is you're going through, he knows. Whatever it is you're dealing with, whatever storm, disaster, setback, devastation, pain that you're feeling, that you're wrestling through, that you're dealing with, that you're experiencing right now, he's in the boat. He's in the boat. He's with you. He knows. Close your eyes and see him wink. He's got this. If Jesus is still sleeping or pretending to sleep, you're still learning. There's something for you. The miracle is coming, but the real miracle is that you can have peace no matter the circumstances. That's what I want to invite you to consider. I'm going to throw it to you. If you want to read the passage and have a conversation with whoever you're with, I'd encourage you to do so. And I'll see you in the next video.